We as human beings are creatures of habit. Sure, it could take some time getting used to a new routine, but as a species, we can get used to just about anything. From cold, heat, really difficult conditions. But what happens when we do this to the good in our lives? What happens when the blessing we have just turns into another part of the scenery? How much money could I pay you for you to give up your eyesight? $100,000? $500,000? $1 million? $10 million? And let's stop there just to keep it conservative. How come we don't feel $10 million rich when we wake up in the morning? How about your hearing? If we keep doing this, before you know it, you'll have way more money in the bank than you could have possibly imagined. Welcome to the spiritual reality of Egypt, a place that, although in its prime, geographically, had quite a vast kingdom. The Torah calls it Mitzrayim, from the root tsar, narrow, a place of spiritual constraints, of habituation. If you think about it, it makes a lot of sense. Egypt was a perpetual boom economy, fed by the Nile. Its subsidiaries, its tributaries and canals. If you want to open up a franchise, you just go grab a shovel and dig yourself a canal out to your farm. By contrast, Israel, our destination, a country famously small, is called Eretz Chemda Tova Rechava, a broad land. Because in Israel, if you want water, there's no easy place to get it. You have to look up and ask for it. And every single drop that falls is precious. And so you can imagine the experience of drinking a cup of water in Israel or in Egypt is a world of difference. We of course realize that this isn't just a history lesson. In our modern fast food world, we know all too well what it means to be cut off from the source of what we enjoy. We know money doesn't grow on trees, but we can very easily be led to believe that bread grows in plastic bags in the supermarket, totally passing over the plowing, planting, watering, harvesting, threshing, milling, kneading, and baking that went into it. And forget about the rains that made it all possible, as well as the one who made the rains possible. It all goes down the hatch in one fell swoop. Okay, we're finally ready to ask the big question. If God really wanted to just punish the Egyptians, why not just hit them with some really bad plague? Or even better, with all the plagues at once? Most people are surprised to find out that the plagues were actually brought over the course of an entire year. Why spread them out so far apart? If the point of the plagues was to punish, then it doesn't make sense. But if it was to wake them up, everything clicks. We may be grown so used to it that the message doesn't strike us, but it's astonishing that the Torah opens up with such a resounding message that the reality Hashem made for us is good. The Egyptians were so cut off from that reality, Hashem had no choice but to take those blessings out from under their feet, starting from the ground up, from their most basic needs to their peace of mind, to their very ability to perceive the world, and finally their greatest hopes and dreams. The breaks in between were meant to offer them an opportunity to realize the beauty of the life they were given as a gift. We left Egypt in order to live life in a wider world, a world where in theory, we don't need to lose things in order to appreciate them. We open our eyes, and the first words out of our mouths are Moda'ani, thank you, and continue with a day full of blessings and moments of reflection and awareness of everything good that we have. We sit at the Seder and enjoy on our finest china poor man's bread, sing Dayenu, appreciating every stage of leaving that narrow, unappreciative world, and relish how we were once slaves to our bored perceptions and are now free to seek wider vistas day by day. Good job.